again, my dear viewers, welcome back to the Big FM hashtag the Blue Mic English edition, your independent favorites, an initiative of Big FM and Hangama Artists Aloud. And so today in this episode, we have another wonderful singer from Mumbai, and she is Alia, aka Jhalli. So hi, Alia, welcome to hashtag the Blue Mic English edition.
Hi, Jan, how are you?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm good, thanks.
So, all right, Alia, it'll be great to hear from you, about yourself, your music, and what you do.
So, my artist name is Jhalli, and as many of you know, Jhalli means kind of like a crazy, wild, free-spirited girl. It means other things too. It means kind of like dresses badly and like, stupid, but I choose to look at the good parts of it. And so yeah, my name is Jhalli. I'm a musician. I write my own songs and compose them. And I've been singing and writing music since I was 13. So actually before that, but like actually with the guitar when I was 13. And yeah, I just believe that what Jhalli stands for is just being yourself, however weird or like crazy that might seem to other people. And yeah, just do what makes you comfortable, do what makes you happy, and forget what everybody else says.
So tell us about Jhalli. How did you accept and proudly reclaimed its power?
So my parents used to call me Jhalli when I was a kid, and they basically were like, why are you dressing like that? Why are you wearing these old loose boys clothes? I would take like shirts from my dad and wear them over everything because I thought it was really cool, and I still think it's really cool. But so she was basically like, why are you doing that? And I was like, because I like it. And that's kind of the origin. I was like, I'm going to reclaim this name that is Jhalli and just make it into something cool and something defiant instead of something that is talked down upon.
All right. So Jhalli, you started playing guitar at the age of 30 and started writing down songs when you're in 5th grade. So I think you have a lot of experiences when it comes to songwriting. Mm-hmm. So we would love to know, like, where do you draw your inspirations from, when it comes to songwriting, and who are your major influences when it comes to your music?
When it comes to songwriting, it's hard to think on the spot like this, but maybe the Beatles. I really like John Lennon's writing style. Amy was brilliant. She just wrote straight from the heart, and her lyrics were so witty and so biting. I really like Alex Turner from Arctic Monkeys. I like Arctic Monkeys lyrics and stuff as well. Hosier, very deep songwriting. But as I grew up, this changed. This is all now, like what's coming to mind. But when I was young, it was like Hannah Montana and stuff. Like I was just a kid. I was just watching music, and I was like, I also want to make music. So and then in terms of like inspiration in the world around me, I started writing in 5th grade because my friends and I saw this dead frog on the playground, and we were like, oh my God, it's coming alive, and because it started moving a bit, and I was like, that's a great song name, It's Coming Alive. And so we made a song at like in 5th grade it was not about the frog, but it was about the concept of coming alive, and yeah, ever since then that's how it started. Yeah.
All right. So when you were in college, you were part of the female a cappella group called the Sirens. So tell us about the Sirens.
The Sirens was awesome. 4 years of college, it was me and maybe 12 to 14 other girls over the years. And it was amazing to just go sing with other women. It felt like we were in a choir, like it was like a sisterhood. It was amazing. And we just got together like 2-3 times a week, and we'd make music and sing. And it really taught me a lot about reading music. It taught me about arranging harmonies, and taught me about using different parts of my voice and how to sing with a group, and just how to look alive when you're on stage and like not have stage fright. So yeah, it taught me a lot, and I love all my Sirens. They're amazing.
So, all right. So for now, let's go into performance.
So this song is called Let Me Be a Girl. And I wrote it, I think, right before COVID lockdown, or like a few months before COVID lockdown. And it's about that intense feeling you get when you first have a crush on someone, where it feels like consuming, like you're infatuated with them, and you're just like, I just want to go up to this person and be like, listen, I think we're soulmates. But you don't do that because you're not creepy. And so that's what the song is about. It's about just saying what you want to say to someone that you just met and are like obsessed with. And it's what we wish we could say to our crushes, but we don't. So we just listen to the song and feel sad in our rooms. Anyway, so this is Let Me Be Your Girl. Let's run away together. I know we just met, but already I know you better than most will ever get. It's not easy finding love in this throwaway world, but darling, I could love you if you let me be your girl. Friends turn into strangers, and strangers into lovers. I know that you're drawn to danger and the changes under covers. Maybe he could never thrill you, never made my toes curl, but I could fulfill you if you let me be your girl. With everybody else I've always felt a sense of distance. I can tell we have a thing or two in common, but when I look into those eyes, they look just like a mirror, like I know you from a time and place forgotten. I can make you happy and your dream come true, and I know I could be so much more than a friend to you. So before we get too busy and before we life unfurls, let's just fall in love tonight. Say you'll be my girl.
Wow, beautiful. What a beautiful voice, Jhalli. I really like that song. So, yeah, coming back to about yourself, So tell us about your takeaways during your time in LA. Like, how did you use your experiences during in LA and now back here in India?
Mm-hmm. So LA was great because I got to study music in another country for 5 years, and it's a country where so many of the greatest artists that we know, Western artists at least, were born. And it was really amazing. I studied 4 years at USC. It was mostly songwriting, and then I started to get into different genres of music. So before that, I was just trained in Western classical. But when I went to the US, I trained in musical theater, jazz, just like pop, blues, so many different genres that once you learn how to sing them, it just opens up a whole new part, a whole new style of your voice, and then you can kind of use that in your own music, So yeah, I learned all of that, and then after USC, I went to Musicians Institute for a year, which is like right in the center of Hollywood Boulevard. It's a weird location, but the school was amazing. I started to play a lot with my band. I had this indie rock band called Jhalli and the Jungle Jukebox. And we just go around LA to like really iconic locations, sometimes like the Whiskey A Go-Go. We sold that out. Then we went to Silver Lake Lounge, the Live House in Hollywood, all of these different venues. And and we play our songs. We play some of my originals and some covers. And it was a really good time. And I think it helped me get over the stage fright that anyone gets when performing. It's so like I just became really comfortable on stage, really explored kind of my identity as a performer. And so, yeah, I learned a lot in LA, everything from songwriting to production to performance. It was really good.
So coming to your EP, Why Should I? You released that in honor of your grandmother. So once again, congratulations on your EP.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Tell us about it.
So like you said, I wrote it in kind of dedicated to my grandmother in a way, because why should I is her catchphrase. And she's just a really badass, hilarious, sweet, loving woman. But, back in the day, to be badass was not exactly a desired quality in a woman. And so she had to, it's still really not, but so for her, it was especially hard because she got married so young at, I think, 15. And just to adjust to her new family and to kind of stand up for herself in certain situations. Like there's a story that she told that her parents-in-law didn't want her daughter to get an education because they were like, what's the point of educating a daughter? She's just going to go get married anyway. And it was hard for her to stand up to her parents because they could have very easily just kicked her out of the house and she would have nowhere to go, back in the day. And so but she argued, she was like, no, absolutely, my daughter is going to get the same education and the same rights that I was denied for being, a girl or whatever. So it was amazing how she stood up. And in that time, there was such a huge thing. Now it's kind of common sense. Okay, educate your girls with your voice. But back then it was kind of revolutionary. And, because she did that, my dad and my aunt, her daughter, are so successful today because she argued for it and she kind of stood up for it. So I kind of wanted to dedicate it to that spirit that of like rebellious women and rebellious people everywhere, just people who dare to ask, why should I, when society tells them blindly to do something or to follow something, So yeah, that's why should I? Yeah.
So coming to your music, well, it has got this playful kind of vibe, It's like they're saying, take me seriously at your own peril. Are we right about this?
That's a great way of putting it. Yeah, I never thought about that, but definitely. I think I use humor a lot. Like 80% of the things I say are jokes and sarcastic, and people usually don't get it. They just think I'm being weird. But I don't think there's any point of taking life too seriously, right? I feel like I've spent so much of my life just being sad and angry and insecure and stuff about things that were way beyond my control. And now I'm just gonna write about things that are meaningful to me, and I'm going to write about it in a way that's humorous and that kind of is biting and a bit sarcastic, I hope. And that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
So, all right, Jhalli, we've talked about your music, your EP, your songwriting, and everything about you. So now we go into another section where we have another budding artist here with us, and she's an amazing 14 years old from Chennai. And she's a really beautiful singer who have recently released her song called I'm Tired. So please welcome Trisha.
Hi, Trisha.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So all right, Trisha, you have any question, you can interact with Jhalli now.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, when did you get into music? When was your, when did you start, singing?
When I was really, as soon as I could start to talk, pretty much. Not well, might I add, but my parents thankfully encouraged it. And then I think I joined the school choir when I was 7 or 8. And so that's why I discovered I really love to sing. I have a very high-pitched voice, which makes me a soprano. And so, yeah, I just started to sing with the choir and then got more and more into music after that.
Oh, cool. That's cool. Did you have, an inspiration for your recent song, your newest song that came out?
Which one? Because there's 5 on the EP.
The one you sang.
The one I sang. Let Me Be a Girl. Yeah, it was inspired by this girl in that I knew in college, and I met once, and I was like, oh my God, you're amazing. So yeah, she was my inspiration.
So, what are some of the challenges you think of singing English music in India?
I think this is the best time in the history of this country maybe to be doing in English music, because there's finally you can reach your audience through streaming platforms and stuff. So there's definitely good sides to it too. I don't just want to be like, oh, it's all bad. But that being said, it is kind of a more niche market. and like the just the people who understand or relate to or listen to English music are naturally just going to be less, just because of how the country is structured, and the languages we speak. So I do think, like, I actually, my next two songs, I don't know if I'm allowed to say, it's fine. My next two songs are going to be in Hindi. That's what we're planning, and I've just started writing in Hindi because I feel like I love writing in English, and I don't think I'm ever going to stop. But I do want to write songs that more people can relate to, because music is not just about, like how the language you think. And I think you should write in all languages that you speak. I wrote like a Hindi French song. It's like half French, half Hindi, because I speak the languages, and so I'm like, why not, And so yeah, I do think that there are challenges, but I think it's a good time to be into English music now, when you have some control and some distribution methods. What about you? What do you think? What do you think about it?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, that's cool that you mixed Hindi and French, because like those are two languages I never thought like you can sing like in a same.
Yeah. So thanks. I mean, honestly, it sounds great. I was surprised too. I was like, why does this sound so good? These languages are like, they're good. They're meant for each other.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm excited to hear your song, I'm Tired. Do you want to play it?
Yeah. Staying up late night with eyes wide as I stare at the ceiling, wondering where the time has passed by. The moonlight, late drives, walking down an empty road on a highway with no place to go. I'm tired of the person that I have become. I'm tired of hoping for the best, but then I get something that's worse. TV, I'm forgetting everybody as I stare at pictures on a screen, 'cause I'm keeping feelings buried as I speak, like it's a rehearsed, made up, but I can't seem to do a thing. I'm tired of the person that I have become. I'm tired of hoping for the best, but then I get something that's worse. Why now? Why me? I just can't seem to stop messing up my head. The same feeling over and over. I'm tired of the person that I have become. I'm tired of hoping for the best, but then I get something that's worse.
Yay! Oh my God. You have a great voice.
Thank you.
All right, Trisha, thank you so much. And Jhalli, do you want to say anything more to Trisha?
I think the melody of the song was really nice. I can still remember. I'm tired. Da, 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 da. I think they're both very melody centric artists. Their songs you can sing them a cappella and they still have a very distinct melody. It's not just one note or two notes generally. So yeah, it's good. I really like your melody making. So thanks for playing.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Trisha, and looking forward to hear more of your songs. very soon.
Thank you so much.
So, Jhalli, I hope you've enjoyed your time with the budding artists.
I have. That was awesome. There's like so much talent in this country. I'm glad like platforms like yours are helping, people get more of a place to share their music. That's great.
That's true. So before you go, how about another performance?
So this song is called Hurricane, and it's about, this version is going to sound very different from the recorded master, but this song is about a lot of things. It's about kind of embracing the chaos within yourself and finding power in your own natural self, because like nature, which can be calm and beautiful and loving, it can also, like a hurricane or an earthquake, be destructive and destroy all the bullshit. I mean, not all the bullshit, so human lives go, it's sad. But I mean, metaphorically speaking, it is a symbolic thing, to destroy all the lies and all the kind of just bad stuff going on around you. You need to be strong. You need to be like Kali Ma, like a hurricane, like destroying evil, so to speak. So that's what the song is about. Why do we fight our own nature? I was just told when I was younger that sadness sinks deep into your stomach. You don't want to let it be seen. Boxed into concrete prisons, I was afraid of my fire. Shoveling anger deep into your liver, that's the way things have always been. But chaos fits my restless soul at ease. None of your rules matter now, I see. I'll be the hurricane if I want to, rain if I want to, thunder till you're on your knees. You can be the man if you want to, dance if you want, but don't get in my way, baby. It's not like me to question the injustice I've witnessed as a habit of patronizing. Saint tells me to forgive and forget all his sins. But I learned from roaring lions and tidal waves and forest fires, comets that destroy in a second the things you think are permanent. Chaos puts my restless soul at ease. None of your rules matter now, I see. I'll be the hurricane if I want to, rain if I want to, thunder till you're on your knees. You can be the man if you want to, dance if you want, but don't get in my way, baby. And I do not care if you love me or you hate me, baby. I will not live in these chains because you never made a change. I do not care for your silver tonguey conformity. I'd rather be a hurricane. Oh, I'll be the hurricane if I want to, rain if I want to, thunder till you're on your knees. You can be the man if you want to, dance if you want, but don't get in my way, baby. I'll be the hurricane if I want to, rain if I want to, thunder till you're on your knees. You can be the man if you want to, dance if you want, but don't get in my way, baby.
Woo! Such a beautiful performance. Thank you so much, Jhalli, for that wonderful performance. So once again, thank you so much, Jhalli, and thank you for taking your time to sit down and have a chat with us. So once again, we wish you the very best.
Thanks so much, Jen. Thanks for having me. This was super fun.